there, my name is Parker Beal, and this is The Last Few Years, a web series about women's fashion from the past century and how gender roles, current events, and societal expectations play into the way that women present themselves to the world. So, the 1960s. The fashion of this decade set the tone for a more modern style. Bold colors, striking cuts, and a youthful silhouette dominated the scene. This was a time when traditions were being broken. Women were able to express themselves through their clothing instead of being put into a box. While the 50s was prim and proper, the 60s was rebellious and bold. The most common styles included mod, beatnik, and hippie. New pieces of clothing debuted, like miniskirts that allowed women to show off their legs in defiance of conformity. Shift dresses were cut short and had an A-line silhouette. They didn't have much of a curve to them as they were supposed to look young and playful. Colored tights and groovy hues were usually worn under shift dresses and miniskirts. Pants also became a lot more acceptable to wear, and they were normally called Jack's pants. They were stretchy and comfortable and came in a wide range of different colors. One of the most iconic footwear of the century, go-go boots, debuted in the 60s. Jewelry trends also changed dramatically. In the beginning of the decade, pearl and gold designs were preferred, but as the decade progressed, jewelry was inspired by pop art and became big, bold, and chunky. Some 60s fashion icons include Twiggy, Audrey Hepburn, and Jackie Kennedy, all having very different styles of clothing while all being incredibly iconic in their own ways. Hair and makeup also changed dramatically during this decade. There were a wide range of haircuts that were popular, from the beehive to long hippie waves to the super short pixie cuts. Makeup was also all about big eyes, pale lips, and a matte complexion. Thick winged eyeliner became a daily necessity, and because of the emphasis on the eyes, the rest of the makeup was kept incredibly simple. My clothing is actually inspired by an ad I found while researching for this episode. I have on a tight long-sleeve shirt with green and blue stripes. My pants are slim-fitting with a high waist and a tapered ankle. They are very similar style to that of Jack's pants. I'm wearing a plain pair of black flats. This outfit is very simple and was meant to create a very twiggish look. My makeup is the fun part of this outfit. My base is pretty pale, but the blush brings some color back to my face. I don't have any eyeshadow on, but frosty colors were preferred. My eyeliner is a very dark black and painted on into a super popular shape, creating false eyelashes and a fake cut crease. My eyebrows are drawn neat but natural, and my lipstick is a peachy pink color that almost matches my skin tone. As you can probably tell, the 1960s was a period of radical change. The third wave of feminism and the civil rights movement were pushing the limitations of society to places they had never gone before. Women were less accepting of their roles as happy homemakers, and birth control was introduced, meaning that women finally had control over the amount of children that they had, leading to more sexual and financial freedom. The status quo was challenged by women such as Betty Friedan and Gloria Steinem. Women entered the workforce at record rates, and their rights were promoted by the Civil Rights Act, stating that employment discrimination based on gender, race, religion, and national origin was banned. Women took to politics, and even quite a few women broke the glass ceiling. Women in the media became more independent too. Even though television still emphasized stereotypes, films started to show women who didn't fit into those common molds. It's important to remember, though, that the third wave was not very inclusive. The struggles of women of color were often ignored or looked over. Women who genuinely wanted to have a husband and stay at home with their children were sometimes shamed for it. Slowly, those issues were taken into consideration, especially during later waves of feminism. The culture started to embrace the modern women, as did American society. Thank you so much for watching The Last Few Years. We're now halfway through the series. Isn't that crazy? In the next episode, we'll be going over the 1970s, a very tumultuous time in history. As always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and if you want to see anytime I post a new video, turn on the post notifications. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you next time.